As the years go by, Matt Rife continues to embrace his controversial persona more and more. And as he continues to anger fans, his fellow celebrities are getting fed up as well. When TikToker Bunny Hedaya allowed her 7-year-old son Aiden to critique Rife's controversial special, Natural Selection, Matt Rife took notice. In the video, Aiden criticizes Rife for his description of women and suggests that he use Saturn in a joke about planets with rings rather than Jupiter. It was this intergalactic critique that Rife decided to harp on, taking to the video's comment section to respond. He wrote, "Jupiter also has a ring. Oh, and Santa Claus isn't real. Your mom buys you presents with the money she makes on OnlyFans. Good luck." Hedaya later turned off the post's comments. Then on TikTok, she explained that Aiden filmed the video because he's fascinated with space, and she was being tagged by fans who saw Rife's planet joke and knew Aiden would be interested. She called the comic out for picking a fight with a child over a harmless video and slammed Rife for making the sexist assumption that she has an OnlyFans page because she's a woman with a social media following.
You can't accept the fact that people may like women for their personalities. We know you don't have one.
Rife previously told Variety that he was catering to a male audience with Natural Selection, and Hedaya also criticized him for forsaking the female fans that made him so successful.
I will gladly take your audience because we know you can't satisfy them anyways.
Former adult film star Mia Khalifa joined the chorus of Matt Rife critics on X, formerly known as Twitter, after she saw a Pop Crave tweet about the comedian. It referenced Rife's erroneous Instagram comment suggesting that Hedaya purchases her son's Christmas presents with earnings from OnlyFans, to which Khalifa responded, "Maybe if he had an OnlyFans, he'd be able to afford a better injector for that filler." In a 2023 appearance on the Off the Vine podcast, Rife denied rumors that he's had work done on his face. However, he's not completely opposed to cosmetic procedures. During his OnlyFans special, he reveals that he had surgery on his nipples to remove breast tissue that had started growing beneath them. Rife says that the surgery cost $9,000, and his joke about it quickly took a transphobic turn.
Do I drop $10,000? Get these and clean up at the Women's Olympics.
Notably, Rife isn't actually against making money from OnlyFans as a platform. On Off the Vine, he told Caitlin Bristow that he partnered with OnlyFans after the company learned about his special's name and reached out to him. Khalifa may be interested to know that he even created an account on the website. However, the most skin he showed was his bare chest. Rife often complains about how society is filled with people who get offended by his unfiltered brand of comedy, and he takes offense when they voice their anger. On the Cancelled with Tana Mojo podcast, he shared his thoughts about his vocal critics.
And how privileged are you to think you never have to hear anything you don't like in your entire life? That's insane.
Rife also discussed the topic of touchy subjects in a comedy roundtable for Variety, where he was joined by Tom Segura, Marlon Wayans, and Sam Jay. In addition to posting the video, Variety also posted an article highlighting Wayans' philosophy on comedy, which featured the words, "You can't be afraid to offend." In response, Kathy Griffin tweeted a screenshot of the title and wrote, "LOL, okay, it's a little different for male comics, but please tell me all about it, fellas." While making the post, she may have been thinking about her brush with cancellation after she posed with a Donald Trump mask covered with fake blood. When the comedian decided not to worry about offending Trump and his supporters, she wound up under federal investigation.
And they were considering charging me with the crime of conspiracy to assassinate the President of the United States.
Given her experience, it's not surprising that Rife's roundtable argument that offensive jokes are okay as long as your intentions are good probably wouldn't fly with Griffin. During a live discussion at the New York Public Library, comedian Marc Maron was asked about how he felt about Matt Rife seemingly trying to generate controversy to further his career. In response, Maron presented an interesting description for the rising star.
He's the new it boy of comedy.
Like many other commentators, Maron then went on to observe how Rife seems to be deliberately alienating his original fan base of women to appease a community Maron referred to as pseudo-edgelords. The day after Maron's discussion was uploaded to YouTube, Jordan Peterson's podcast interview with Rife went live. During their podcast interview, Rife expressed that he was a major admirer of Peterson's, and Peterson quickly returned the love by praising a joke Rife made about domestic violence. For his part, Maron predicted that Rife's attempt to find a new fan base of men who admire the likes of Peterson is not going to end well. On her Just Trish podcast, YouTuber Trisha Paytas revealed that she tried and failed to watch Matt Rife's Netflix special, calling the comedian painfully unfunny. Paytas even suggested that a laugh track was possibly added to the special. Rife is aware that his looks are a big part of his appeal. During his OnlyFans special, he even complains about being disliked for being good-looking. Paytas shared that she finds his whining about being pretty irritating and described the comedian as not that hot. Like others on this list, Paytas is in the camp that believes Rife made a big mistake by making jokes that might disgust some of his female fans so much that they abandon him.
Matt Rife is flopping in real time and just destroying his career.
She also had something to say to the women who are continuing to defend Rife after he joked about domestic violence and insinuated that he values male fans more.
And that's so embarrassing for you.
He doesn't care about you.
He doesn't care about you.
During a December 2023 episode of Cancelled, podcaster Brooke Schofield made the revelation that she had a fling with Rife. What's more, the comedian bizarrely acted like their past relationship was non-existent when he appeared on Cancelled months before, which made the interview excruciatingly awkward for Schofield. Schofield recounted how Rife stood her up one night when they were seeing each other, which stung quite a bit. Rife later told her that he cared about her a lot, but was too busy for a relationship. She felt like they parted on good terms and retained warm feelings about Rife after their split, until she was invited to join a group chat with 7 other women who were dating the comedian at the same time she was. Even worse, Schofield reported that Rife told her that he didn't want her to spend time with her male friends while they were together, and when she tried to confront Rife about the other women via text, he blocked her.
He does in fact hate women, especially me.